hello. What do you think about MCO? Okay, thank you. Welcome to Evolutionary, by the people, for the people, from the people. As we all know, the whole COVID-19 pandemic and the movement control itself has been a big shock to all of us. So, also, and if we still extend the MCO again, we girls will be at home like Doraemon, and the boys will be like at home. The business operation can finally reopen and we can finally go out. While the immediate crisis may be under control, it's still not the end of the story. How has the big environment changed and how we as citizens change our style of living? Okay, now let's listen to a marketing specialist about his view of point on today's topic.
So it's quite interesting actually. Because this whole pandemic and all that and quarantine, right, a lot of things have gone into digital media, right? It's because like we are only able to do GrabFood and Foodpanda because like and take away lah. So these few things when we cannot have dine-in, so word of mouth and because our students from Inti are usually our main customers, so we need to integrate to outside lah, like deliveries, houses and all that and people around the area. So that's how it's affected lah. Because now a lot of things are opened up already, right? So the main ones are bars right now because everyone's bored, so they want to go out and party. Buffets and hot pot because a lot of people they stuck at home cooking and all that, right? So they decide to like, okay, now I can finally go out and eat my hot pot, that kind of thing. So buffets and hot pot lah, these are the main ones. Entertainment business, a lot of it still closed lah, but slowly coming back in. Gyms, I feel are another one that's really coming back already. So these are the ones that now it's very busy. Movie cinemas are coming up soon. They will be very busy too. But aside from that, these are the few I feel like the necessities that people want, services. I believe that this is what's going to happen because a lot of people were laid off initially, right? Or a lot of people have to put on pause for their work. They will be the first to come back off. So let's say if my team, I let go of some, right? I will take them back first because they already have the training. But a lot of opportunities will come out again because when businesses start again, they need to hire. For example, like bars, right? Now a lot of bars are understaffed because a lot of that staff that they have let go, they still need to find money. So they will go out and go find another job. So now there's a vacancy there. So they will still hire lah, but of course the pay grade because of the economy and business is not there yet, might be a bit lower. I guess they have to wait lah. In general, like this COVID, I think of it as the whole economic machine have to put on pause, and then we like relax for like few months and then start again type of thing. So we just have to wait long. Of course, there are people out there like salesmen and all that. They have to still find their thing, but it's not easy, like I can tell you that. For my business, because of my infrastructure, I already have a shop, right? It's a trend. But if I don't have a shop, right, it's an opportunity because a lot of people have started home kitchens. Means they start selling food, but from their own house. You know what I mean? So they cook and then they deliver and all that. So there's that opportunity for them lah. We have to survive also. Right now it's a threat for us, but we have to adapt. I think that's very important. We were very fortunate and lucky. We are one of those restaurants who are already on Foodpanda and we focus on delivery even before the pandemic, right? So we are stable-ish lah. We did drop in our sales, of course, because no one can dine in, but we managed to still survive with deliveries. So it's just being prepared for the worst case scenario and being sustainable for any situation that comes. Sorry, business talk. Yeah. No, not really, because all these like food suppliers are still considered under essential services because they are still selling food but raw material, so they are still able to operate. So nothing much has changed lor. Yes, I think it's going to be here for a long time because this is a virus, it spreads, right? So the only way that you can end the spread of a virus is to integrate a face mask to yourself as a metaphor by getting a vaccine. We haven't gotten a vaccine yet, so we are still like uncertain about how long this is going to be. But until a vaccine is like able to be produced and distributed, there is no way that this SOP will go off. This is how it is for the next ABC number of years. We are very lucky because we have Foodpanda and Grab. So a lot of students who are nearby or people who are regulars, right, they still order from us. We have to do some promotion. We've done one recent one, just sharing right. One recent one that we did, if you take away from our shop, right, and you return the bag, it's a recycling program. You give us back the paper bag, right, you get RM1 off. So that's a promotion to encourage people to tap out and then they will just come back. Alternatively, also digital media is very important because everyone now is at home. Like, you know, they're just playing with their phone, nothing to do and all that. So you have to find out what you can do lah. Primarily market is social media lah, and maybe even like those entertainment, TikTok or whatever, that kind of thing. So you just have to hop onto that and then see what you can do to advertise as well.
Joining our interview, thank you.
No problem.
According to the marketing specialist, this pandemic has really bring in new concept that brings revolution to every single one. Well, so now let's go out and see the situation around. This is Mandy, and I'm now currently in SS15 Subang area, where it used to be the red zone during the whole COVID-19 situation pandemic. And as we all know that this pandemic has really affected our social life and our own personal lifestyle. And we also in the news and also heard from the radio, we also know that a lot of businesses have been closing down one by one in here and there. So now together today with me and my friends behind the scene, so we are going to show you the real picture during this situation. Let's go! Everyone is wearing a face mask now. This is out of my expectation as I feel that face masks are difficult to breathe. Maybe people are scared too. Hey, in case you don't know, according to a survey, 90% of the Malaysians express fear about contracting the virus. You don't tell me you are not afraid of that, okay? So as you can see, there are many businesses are badly affected and forced to shut down or rent out their premises. Personally, I feel quite sad upon seeing those familiar shops are not there anymore. For the restaurant I'm in, the customers have to practice social distancing even if it's inside the restaurant. Here is what I've ordered. I feel like the portion is the same, and the price is still reasonable. It didn't really increase the price or whatsoever. You know, a few months ago when the virus was rapidly spreading across Malaysia, the food industry was affected badly, and there was news talking about the shutdown of many restaurants, especially the shutdown of the Bubble Milk Tea Street in SS15. I would say those restaurants that survived this sudden crisis are all amazing. And now, let's listen to what they are saying about this pandemic. Do you face any difficulties in ordering food online when the MCO was like first enforced?
That because I don't usually order food online, and my parents they usually prepare food for us at home.
What have you learned or done during the MCO period?
For other stuff, I would say I've learned nothing actually basically. For online classes, it's just just ordinary class where you have just to face a computer and learn something from it. Yeah, to me it's pretty lame though actually.
Wow. Okay, so are you living alone with your family?
Living with my family.
Oh, so because you live alone, so how do you solve your meal problem? Do you spend a lot on food?
I eat a lot, but I don't cook just as I said before. Yeah.
So your mom cook for you?
Yeah.
Didn't you like help her on cooking stuff?
I'm a lazy ass.
Whoa, that's okay. Do you think the SOP will last long? Like, do we need like to wear face masks all over and like check body temperature before going in somewhere like everywhere?
For me, I think for current situation around the world, I think is quite unsure because the thing is not getting any better yet. And even though like in our country we think that most of us are cured, but there's still numbers coming out where new cases coming in. So yeah, I think people should take precaution and like whenever they go, they should put on masks and make sure they sanitize their hands before they eat anything or do anything. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I think you, the one who are watching the video now, you also like this one, right? Eat, play, sleep, repeat. Eat, play, sleep, repeat. See,
see how the business people very rajin surviving their shop lah. Huh? Hey.
Okay.
Right now, I'm walking into a bubble milk tea shop. I thought I had to line up to get the temperature check and scan the QR code as this is the SOP the government wants everyone to follow. I was shocked because until I sat down, no one came to me and asked me to do so.
会影响我们潮玩家那些奶茶店哦，那些营业不是讲很好，就这样，也是没有办法啊。所以疫情到来，不只是我们这一家，其他奶茶店都一样，对吧？原本的话会很好吗？之前的话当然是会稳哦 ，OK 咯，然后现在只是跌到整30%、50% 都来了。1月吧，现在都开始慢慢中学、小学都开放了嘛，15号至22号。 哦，接下来应该是会有学生来了，所以是尽快了，对。SOP 是跟着政府的给的咯，给政府给的咯。发现是规定是全部是 SOP 是政府列出来的，我们才实行而已，不是我们自己 company 执行的。要这样就是这样，就是跟着政府的路来完成我们的 SOP 这样。我们没有记在另外一家啦，就是跟政府吧。 表面上都是好像要清洁，然后一扯 cm 洗手，然后做抽湿那些要卫生那些要保持距离哦，然后消毒啊这些必须要的。办公一次，然后没有人的话一次。有些是不喜欢那些消毒的味道喷在他们的身上。现在因为是疫情的关系嘛，比较外卖打包比较好啦。有些顾客是要求要。 walk in 进来的要做的都有，现在可以开放了嘛？只是要保持距离就好了。都会有一定的要求顾客，但是我们会满足他咯，都会有满足他。
他们的那种要求，
要求好像他们要 order 水啊，打个电话来，然后我们送去外面了，都会有。增加营业额就是每天做促销，对。 或者是1个月做1、2次促销，好像做点活动咯，这样而已了。暂时还没有。如果我们再增加的话，反而也是没有什么人啊。之前也是有卖过面包和蛋糕啊，什么都有，但是没有人，反而水都有。 如果可以维持的话，当然是要延迟下去哦。如果不能的话，可能是转让或者是出租给人这样。乐观啊，当然是，只希望是要生意好啊。如果没有生意，没有留我，哎呀，实话没有生意，但是要乐观啊。
For my field, maybe yes, maybe different field has different. Helped out a little bit for us because previously we didn't do online delivery, all kind of things, but we had to transit and do a little bit of it after MCO.
Oh, did it increase your sales?
Not really, even compared to before MCO. Like it managed to bring up like maybe 20-30% around there, so better than nothing. Basically the table distancing, so we are not running at full capacity compared to previously. Now the tables are all separated. One table maximum have 2 packs or bigger table maximum 4 packs. Compared to last time we can just cram everyone on one table. No lah, so far everyone also understand MOH regulation. You come in, have to check temperature and then scan your check-in. Yeah, because it's very known to public already. Obviously not during MCO, the 3 months we're not operating. So June is our first month, which is last month. So we have only been operating for 1 month so far.
Is everything okay?
Sustainable, yeah.
But before this, the sales is still okay?
Yeah, revenue was much better before MCO obviously, and then now slowly picking back up. The government help program was pretty good last few months, so I guess it's okay. Managed to cover up a little bit at
For
least.
example,
We had the Prihatin service previously, the last 3 months. Yeah, so you'll cover like few $100, depends on your margin. So they'll cover up like 600 or 800 per month for your small businesses. Financial pressure, I think everyone is having that, right? I guess most businesses.
Many businesses close down, I think.
Yeah, so if you have the money to sustain one, then it's good law. Then hopefully make it through, then next year get better. Probably another 6 months until next year maybe. Cut my own, my owner.
Cut your own.
Yeah, salary for everyone still okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Have to, no choice, I have to. If really cannot, then it's closed down really. No I'm aiming for a different market from them. They're aiming for the masses. We are aiming more on specialty on a neighborhood cafe. We pick up on raw regulars, so people that stay nearby, people that work here. So McDonald's are mass catering to the mass market. That means they do delivery, they target everyone. So we are not that kind of feel. Everyone have to move to online platform or delivery or catering events during Raya. We still manage to provide some of it to regular customers. I guess everyone also
Move to online, right?
Yeah, that is the only solution, the temporary solution for everyone right now. Then slowly see what you can do over the time. Plus minus now, yeah, we're running like different promotion compared to previously. So we just test out all different marketing strategy, and then whichever works, then maybe we'll continue it along the way.
For example, can you
Right now we are doing social media sharing. So for takeaway or walk-ins, we are offering buy one free one, etc., things like that. This is a good holiday for everyone. Right? Everyone is having holiday, so it's good to spend some time with family, I guess.
So just now, we have interviewed 2 different business owners. One is from a milk tea shop and another one is from a small cafe. When it comes to their strategies, both businesses had chose and opt for their online businesses, and they tried to create more and more promotions to catch the eyes of their customers. But even so, the pandemic still hit it hard and their sales still dropped very drastically. And another thing is that both businesses have claimed that they had followed their SOP very strictly, but based on our observation, the milk tea shop didn't really follow as they said they do, because they didn't really check for our temperature and asked us to scan the QR code before we enter their shop. But what I find very interesting is that both business owner has already mentally prepared in their mind that they are going to sell their shop. Guys, let's support our local businesses. Hey, hello. Do you know that Malaysian is getting more and more creative during the lockdown leh? Maybe they're just too boring lah.
Hey, Malaysian memang creative lah.
And you guys notice that even during the lockdown, right, a lot of things are getting more and more viral in the internet.
Saya fikir saudara saudari mempunyai cara tersendiri untuk menghadapi dugaan dan ujian ini.
Tetapi jika saudara-saudari masih bergerak ke sana, ke sini, 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 ke sana, ke sini.
Buka WhatsApp, Corona. Buka Facebook, Corona. Buka Instagram pun Corona. Buka TV, Corona. Buka duit, Corona.
So guys, when you're lying down at home and waiting for someone to serve you by your doorsteps and mumbling to yourself that when can you return back to the office, have you guys wondered about what's happening to the low-level workers working outside? Now, let's move on to an interview where we interviewed Abang who works for Foodpanda and a McDonald's Makcik. So, before we go into the interview, let me give you some head-ups. Throughout the interview, you realize that there's differences between both of the person. So, as for the Makcik,
she memanglah didn't even realize that something in her life has changed. For her, it's still the same. Food is sufficient, pay is stable. But as for the food panda abang, he has realized that the environment has changed a lot. He had to buy masks and hand sanitizers by himself, and there's also social distancing when we are going out to the publics. And he also said that the sales of his work has dropped a lot. And now, without any further ado, let's go.
Macam kesentuh tidak menjaga jarak. Ada.
Cakap apa?
Dia suruh nasihat jaga kesihatan, pakai mask, lepas tu pakai sanitizer.
Kamu nak bayar itu duit yang tu hand sanitizer atau bos kamu akan beri kamu?
Pakai duit sendiri. Tengok pada ada order lah, tengok pada order. Kadang-kadang banyak, kadang-kadang sikit.
Oh.
Sebelum MCU juga Foodpanda rider.
Time COVID ni banyak
customer.
Sebelum time COVID. Tapi selepas sekarang ni kurang.
Oh, kurang.
Sebab
boleh keluar.
Part time. Sebab selepas habis COVID ada sekolah, belajar. Kalau part time ni kurang sikit. Time COVID banyak lah. Hari boleh dapat 80, 100 untuk. Sekarang kurang sikit lah. Ada sebab time COVID ni susah dapat pekerjaan lah. Kena simpan duit, spend duit lah. Tengok juga lah. Tengok pada
bos kamu lah.
Bos.
Sekarang pun susah lah.
Susah sebab ramai orang dah boleh keluar kan.
Oh bukan, sebelum ini saya kerja dekat kilang.
Oh,
Western Digital.
Sekarang?
Western Digital tutup. Lepas tu cari kerja sini lah, dapat kerja sini McD. Kalau dekat sini tak perlu banyak lah sebab makanan sekali dia orang bagi, McD bagi.
Semua itu seperti biasa lah.
Tak ada. Kalau ambil NC ada gaji lah, kalau tak ada NC tak ada gaji.
So I think that we are all still coping with this very difficult situation. No one will know what's going to happen next. And like this COVID-19 situation, it came in and out so sudden. So here, we Evolutionary hope that you can survive this situation. And please stay safe, stay healthy. Bye! Go. Shit, sorry, 我突然忘记了。
2 hours later.